Welcome to your daily 49ers update. I'm Rob Stats Guerrera. Here is what's happening. Just when the 49ers started to get a little bit of good news on the injury front, disaster struck at practice. First, let's get to the good news. George Kittle, Deebo Samuel, and D. Winters all returned to practice in a limited fashion. Jordan Elliott and Curtis Robinson were technically limited, but both of those guys were carted off during practice with potentially serious injuries. Technically, they have to be listed as limited because they did participate in some part of practice. But those are two very serious injuries, possibly. And the Jordan Elliott one is particularly concerning because he was the guy that was supposed to step up for Javon Hargrave after his season ending injury. Now the 49ers are very thin on the interior of that defensive line. Not yet sure how they are planning to adjust. Just for the sake of fullness, by the way, Jacob Cowing did not participate due to illness. And of course, Javon Hargrave didn't because of the torn triceps. Brock Purdy, you were at practice. You saw those guys go down. What's that like?
Yeah, I mean, it sucks. Anytime you see a teammate go down or anything like that, I'm just trying to practice, get ready for this game and everything, and then you look over and you see like a cart on the field, so it's like, all right, like, dang it, who is that? What happened? And then we got to keep going and finish practice. But it sucks, man, because these are the brothers that you come to work with every single day. You're going to war with on every Sunday, and just going through all of this together. And so when you see a guy go down, man, obviously it sucks, and you want nothing but the best for that person. So, but we got to have the perspective of, you got to be grateful for when you're healthy and take advantage of your opportunity. And but more than anything, man, the culture that we have here, whoever goes down, we always got their back, and we'll be there for them and continue to build them up and try to get them back as fast as possible.
Why can't we have nice things just for a little while, please? Speaking of injuries, Brock, your back was an issue early in the week. What happened? Was it one play where you hurt your back, or was it just kind of a result of the entire game?
Probably cumulative, just in terms of, the whole game, just all the stuff that sort of went on as a physical game. So, sort of after the game is, when I started feeling some stuff and whatnot. And but the last couple of days have been good, just getting some rest and obviously treatment and stuff. So feel good now.
That's a good sign. Hopefully, the back is not an issue this week. Hopefully, the offensive line can block a little better, maybe keep Brock upright so it has an easier time getting through this one. Last one comes from Nick Sorensen, defensive coordinator. Nick, I'm just going to be honest here. Why does your defense stink?
I think it's a culmination. It hasn't really ever been one thing or one coverage. It's kind of been a culmination of things, and it just hasn't been good enough overall. It's not one person or one cover. Like I said, it's just kind of been, we would be a little better here, a little better there. And as always, I always look at myself first, and I should. I mean, it's my defense, and I'm the coordinator, but I take responsibility of that. And I think we just all feel that way.
That is not exactly an encouraging answer, but look, I don't care what you say. I care what you do. Go show us you can fix it against a very offensively challenged Patriots team on Sunday. We always give you one thing to read, one thing to watch, and one thing you might have missed. One thing to read on this Friday. Matt Barrows has a cool article in The Athletic, 5 problem areas for the 49ers and how they could potentially fix them. If you want to read it, click the link in the description of this episode. One thing to watch, injuries. Kyle Shanahan will speak later today. We'll know more about Jordan Elliott. We'll know more about Curtis Robinson. Maybe Deebo Samuel, who kind of unexpectedly returned to practice yesterday. So we'll find out when Kyle speaks a little bit later today. One thing you may have missed in that vein, Christian McCaffrey got a little bit of an update yesterday from Kyle Shanahan on KMBR. He said, quote, I think we'll get a better idea here over the next couple of weeks. The whole point of putting him on IR is to guarantee that we couldn't do anything for at least 4 weeks. And 2 weeks into it, the whole point was just to rest him for 2 weeks and not to do that. Now we're going to start hitting the rehab harder and try to get him back into football stuff and see how it responds. So we'll see how he responds here. We've let him rest here for a couple of weeks. Please, just a little good news would be really, really great right now for this club. That's a wrap on today's 49ers in 5. Please rate, review, and follow the Gold Standard Podcast Network wherever you get your audio podcasts. Like and subscribe to the YouTube channel as well. Click the bell to get notified every single time we go live, which is every single weekday for you. I'm Rob Stats Guerrera. Enjoy your Friday and your weekend, everybody. We'll talk later today.